Hi all, it's Karen from the Transformation Mom for ABCDE, and here I'm to show you my 2018 year in review. So this was the journal that I created myself for the beginning of 2018. Again, I used the Nik the Booksmith's chorus, and I really like how it turned out, and I really love this journal. It is such my favorite journal. I love it. I love everything about it. But a couple things that I learned. So I'm just going to open this up, and the first thing I'm going to say to you is that this was my word for last year, limitless, and I can do all things, and I've done so many things this year that I didn't think that I could do, so I'm pretty excited that that's still there and that's there. Now, you might notice this orange cord here. So what I learned is that I stuff signatures way too much. So you can see that I actually had to put an orange cord in because I actually ripped out the whole first signature. The whole first signature is no longer bound to the book, so it is in by this this elastic cord. So the whole thing I can probably just take out and put somewhere else, into my files, but that's kind of side note. So I had decided I'm going to do something different for this year. So that's one of the first things that I just wanted to say. My calendar, I really liked my goals page. I did meet some of my goals. You'll see that I read the books. We saved some money. I didn't stop biting my nails, as you can probably obviously see. I prayed to everyone that had sent Christmas cards. I did memorize the scriptures. I missed my mark on my YouTube goal. I only have 61, but that can be a goal for next year. I did send 52 cards. I did watch 24 movies. So by and large, I did meet a lot of my goals. The 6x6 execution, really didn't like it. It wasn't for me. So I am just going to completely abandon that, which I did pretty much after May. So at the end of May, I completely abandoned that. I did read all of my books. I actually read more. I did read all of my movies. My debt snowball's going well. Still working on my 40 before 40. I turned 39 on February 12th of this year, and so I really, between February 12th of this year and February 12th of next year, I really want to do that 40 before 40. Here is my daily Bible reading plan. I did manage to finish the entire Bible, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that because I didn't think that was going to happen. I was telling my husband a couple mornings ago, in between Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was like, "There's no way I'm catching up, and I'm going to finish this," but I did. This was good, but I tracked this another way, so I'm going to throw out that page for this year, and I really learned that the mood tracker, anything that's a daily tracker, I'm just not really that good at. So I'm going to abandon that too. And I'm actually going to keep that in a separate little part here. The gratitude log, I have a whole bunch of things behind here that I'm grateful for. The gift ideas we did use for Christmas. My wish list I did use in the order tracker was minimal, as you can see. With all the updates that UPS gives you and everything else, it just isn't useful. Really like how these pages had turned out, and then I had my monthlies, and then I had originally started with that 6x6 execution, a little folder with all of my dailies in it, and not my dailies, but my weeklies with my days in it, and then the page that had all my to people contact and everything else. And then I think I did an update for you. You can see that there's just some other layouts I had. This was an organizational challenge that I took, and every week if you got something, you got to buy something for yourself. You were supposed to make rewards. So you can see that I was trucking along with that same format pretty much up until May. So April's like that, and then May. And then you'll notice that June just has a calendar. Of course, my 3 oldest were home from school by then. And August, all I have really is these sheets here and a calendar. And I do have a few of the weeklies, but that's once they went back to school. So I don't even think... Oh, I do have a July calendar. I was like, I don't even think I put a July calendar in this one. So, I thought... And then once I came back, this was a Bible study I did, my sermon notes from church, and then September, October. Once I came back, it kind of just got to be, here's the calendar, and I attached everything else for the month onto it. And that's what happened in September, October, November, and December. So that is kind of where I was. And so and you can see like these are some podcast notes, and some other boundaries that I was talking about, and then my YouTube channel ideas. So you can see that I am only to about right here in this one. So I do have three full signatures left. So I did start some planning of my 2019 in here. My word this year is going to be courage, and I want to have the courage to do all things God has planned for me. So my verse for the year is this one that says, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous, do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And I just really want to remember to have courage in following what I should be doing. Spending time with my family, I shouldn't feel guilty about that. And saying yes to the things that I am supposed to say yes to, and no to the things that I'm not. And then I just have some new goals for 2019 that I just kind of roughly jotted down here. Read 52 books, lose 10 pounds. I want to start saving money for each of the kids. My 40 before 40, like I said, watch 12 movies, pray for those who sent us a Christmas card, and I want to try to have 200 YouTube followers. So that's kind of my goals. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a talk, kind of maybe what's coming up here. And I'm just going to set this aside, and I think first I'll show you. Here is basically what I've created for 2019. One of the things that I didn't like about this is that it got really hard to shove in my bag and, have it be useful while I was out and about. So I decided to create this. I actually created this using some of the fabric from one of the junk trunk kits from over on I'm a Cool Mom. And so it is just basically just a leather with some fabric cover. It's a nice soft cover. It can go in my bag really easily. It has removable sections, and what I basically did was wrote out the calendar, and then I have my weeks. I did adjust these pages a little bit. I changed some of the format, so how I'm going to be doing my tasks, and then this I usually write my scriptures in. So I did change that, and I only have the first quarter in here. So that's kind of one of the changes I did. And the second one is actually the tracker from a Beachbody program called 2B Mindset. And like I had said, when I had, with my period and all that kind of stuff, all those different other trackers that I had, I think I can do better in here. And with it being so small, this is a very easy thing to do, sitting in the carpool line or sitting somewhere else, that I can fill this out each day and not have to pull out the big old thing. So that's what I'm going to be using this year. A couple of the other things that I wanted to tell you about is that I think I'm going to try to do some different things on my YouTube channel. So one is that I thought about it's called Mix It Up Monday, and we're going to do some mixed media projects. Probably on Friday, I had showed you a video that had books that I had got from Tina over at Beans for Goods, and one of them had sewn in signatures, and I said that was important. That book's actually going to be used for a mixed media book. And then I also got this book, and it was recommended to me in another group that I'm in, and so I thought that this would be fun to do some mixed media projects in, because you could use the existing pages and then somehow enhance them. So there's a lot of great ideas in that. So that's going to be my Monday. Monday is going to be called Mix It Up Monday. Not every day am I going to have a media project. I might still have some of my traditional things that you usually see on my YouTube video, but I at least want to try to work some of those in on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I want to try to do some techniques. So I want to try to teach you some new techniques, teach you how to sew, teach you how to, this morning's video was all about how to fill the tape runner. So those are kind of that. Wednesdays are either going to be walkthrough Wednesdays or like a wacky Wednesday, and it's going to be like whatever I feel like, or walkthroughs. Thursdays, I'm actually thinking about doing what I'm going to call Trashy Thursday, and it's going to be going back to a traditional junk journal and going back and looking at using your old letters, your old cards, things that you can find around your house to make a journal, and from start to scratch, just using items that are around your house. So I think that's what's going to be on Tuesday or on Thursdays. And then Friday is going to be Fun Friday, and there are probably going to be more project tutorials and things that we like to see. So that is my plans for the new year, and I'm just so excited to kick off 2019, and I'm blessed by all of you that have watched this channel and that have been with me for a while, and I appreciate each one of you, and I wish you guys all a happy new year, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.